92% of households that start the year with Peloton are still active a year later.
92% because of a bike?
Not just bikes. We also make treadmills and rowers.
Oh, let me guess, for elite athletes only, right?
Nope. It doesn't matter if you're an avid exerciser or new to working out. Peloton can help you achieve your fitness goals. 92% stick with it. So can you. Try Peloton bikes, tread, or row risk-free with a 30-day home trial. New members only. Not available in remote locations. See additional terms at onepeloton.com/home-trial.
To stop. Yeah, and if you don't like it, you better take your ass up to the snooty box, because this is the loud spot. Okay, see you later.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Loud Spot. I'm your host, Sebastian, right out of Oklahoma City. Today, we kind of got something a little bit different. I know we normally do music, and music is related also into the show that we're about to talk about, but we got CGF and Toshadiva, and CGF has a show that he puts on YouTube called The OUTSIDAZ, and I watched some of the episodes today, and it's very quite interesting. So CGF, man, how did you get into making these I guess short films? They're about 25 minutes long or so per episode?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I want to say thank you for having me on this incredible show. It's dope. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Definitely, man. So, yeah, just to give a little bit, about the backstory with that is my background is music and production. You know what I'm saying? And acting as well. But definitely just being in the industry, doing production for people and being in the thing, one thing kind of leads to another. So, just being in music, I've been around movies and people that's in films, and everybody like, hey, you want to be in a film? You want to be in this? You want to do that? So I say, you know what? Yeah, I do it. And I'm a big movie fanatic anyway. That's what I do. I do music, movies, bro. So I was in there and I got into movies, man. And when I got in there, I was automatically hooked. So to make a long story short, I was an extra in the Supernatural, right? And the one guy who was shooting it said, you should see how it looks from in back of the camera instead of being in front of the camera.
Okay.
And when he told me that, man, I got into it. I was blown from there. So fast forward, and I just fell in love with it, right? And then, I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina, Beatties Ford, USA. West Side, y'all know what time it is. Stand up, Russell Avenue, Fairmount, Dundee. We ain't going to get into all of that. But you know what I'm saying? My family, we come, the typical, background for people. I mean, I come up in that hood element, you feel me? And so all this is, man, Charlotte had a whole bunch of underground kings, a whole bunch of underground kingpins that was really getting money. You know what I'm saying? They're really doing things, really doing crime. We was really in it. We really didn't get a lot of recognition for doing street stuff. Only the big cities, you know what I'm saying? LA, New York, Philly, Atlanta. But, we was really going down in Charlotte. So I just took my life, you know what I'm saying? I took my life. I took the people around me life, my cousins, my sisters, everybody in that street life, and I just put it on my first film, man. That's what it is.
So would you say that a lot of what you're filming and what you're writing is almost like, could it be relatable to real life experience that you've seen or been through?
Absolutely. From what I've been through personally, things I've done, from other people around me, things that they done. And if it ain't around me, like I say, just being close enough to it, hey, it's live, it's better than TV, you know what I mean? So just putting stuff in there,
Is it hard though? So you write the scripts as well, correct?
I write the scripts, and Tasha helps me too. You know what I'm saying? Tasha helps me. She gives input. I mainly write the script. I got the other guy on the show, G Matic. He also gives me input as well. And with the other actors, it's a community thing. They throw ideas, but when it comes to actually writing, putting together the scene, I take it all and I put it together. But predominantly, I write it. I actually film it and I edit it.
So that takes a long time. Right? That's a lot of work to do those things.
Yeah.
So you have how many episodes right now? I know there's a trailer. I think was it for episode 4? Is there a trailer for episode 4?
Yes, a trailer. So we got the little pilot that we did in the beginning when we first started off. You know what I'm saying? We got that, and then we went from. Then we got 3 episodes, and the trailer 4 is coming, and we're shooting 4 right now as we speak.
So when you're writing these, like, do you have the whole already script for the whole? Because it'd be a series, right? Do you already have it all planned out, or do you do it episode by episode and get some different ideas?
Right. So what I like to do is, whenever, I guess like a rule of thumb that I've heard, I've used this technique. You start off, you know how it's going to start, and you know how it's going to end, and then you fill it in between, right? And so I already got in my mind how it wants to happen, how it's going to happen, right? I know what it is, but as I watch other things and I still begin to do other ideas, it's like producing a beat, you know what I'm saying? Which I'm a master on that, by the way. I'm the fucking best. We ain't gonna get into that.
Wait, do you produce Toshadiva's music?
Yeah.
Okay. And actually, I went today. While I was at work, one of my coworkers had walked in, and I was watching one of your episodes, and he was kind of curious what I was watching. And the scene came on with Tasha on there, and I said, "Man, you gotta check out her music too." So we went to Apple Music, and I showed him your new album, the album that came out, "The Girls Just Want to Have Fun," and fucking great music. I mean, so you're just all around talented, I guess, as a producer and songwriter. That's awesome.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah, that deluxe coming too. We finna push that deluxe.
Yes, coming soon.
Listen, we finna kill them. But definitely, so it's the same way. Like I'll start with the basics of it. We're writing it, and as ideas come, sometimes, you know, like anything, you can start doing it one way. And I'm a person because I'm a creative. You know what I'm saying? I may be on the scene. I may change it right then and there. It's just how it come. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, but just to give a straight, solid answer, I start writing it, and then if things come, I know how it's going to go, and I do it per episode. I kind of know how it's going to end on the 5th, but I just kind of, I just deal with the episode by episode, making sure that that's just as tight as I can get it, you know?
Is this like for Tasha? Is it hard to memorize the scripts, or do you guys have to film a lot, go back and like outtakes where people just screw up, or are the actors pretty much they got it figured out?
Tasha, pro.
Well, it took me really just like a few days, and then once we start filming, I just go right with it. I rememorize it. So
that's awesome. So do you know how many episodes you're gonna have total for this first? I guess it would be a season, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So for this first one, we're going to do 2 more episodes. Now, these 2 episodes, and first of all, by the way, it's unconventional, right? But for these next 2, it's going to be like 50 minutes. So it's going to be like 2 little short films.
Okay.
We're going to cram it. You know what I'm saying? We're going to do 5. Maybe 6, but I'm just saying 5. So we like 4. So we did 3. We're finna do 4 and 5, and we'd be done with it. Then we finna put that thing on Netflix and get it cracking.
So give people the idea of the show is, Tasha, you run like an escort service, right?
Right.
And then you have a detective. And then is there drug dealing also in the show?
Absolutely. You about to see a lot of drug dealing.
I see a lot of the moving.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of the moving. You about to see more hand-to-hand, more stuff. You know, she's one of my top earners on there. You know what I'm saying? She locks into the, you know what I'm saying, that she in like the gay community. She do the regular stuff, so she getting money all around. You know what I'm saying? She free with it. You know what I'm saying? And then myself, you know, me, G-Matic, you know, we them wolves in the street. You know, we conventional with the street stuff, you know what I'm saying? So, and then Tommy, the other guy on there, shout out to Tommy. First of all, shout out to Tommy, you know what I'm saying? My boy Dig. Shout out to Waco, Infrared. Shout out to Wolf, Young Levert. Shout out to...
I like the Infrared guy. I like his character on there.
Yeah. I like Infrared. Infrared is something, man. He crazy like Infrared. You know what I'm saying? You know, Detective Blaylock, you know what I'm saying? That's Dr. Andre, and Detective Brasco, well, that's Chief Burnett Bailey, and then there's Detective Brasco, that's Aubrey Harley, man. You know, we got a solid little cast running around here.
We got some comments in here. We got Canada Rob's what I call him. He lives in Canada. He's watching. I got one of my best friends right there. So we got some people watching, man. And everyone that's watching needs to go to YouTube, check out The OUTSIDAZ. It's only I think 3 full episodes. I do want to play a clip. It's probably almost 2.5, 3 minutes long, but I thought it was kind of a really a neat clip to show. And I like the ending. I like the narrating part. Like the narrating part. Is that your voice?
Yeah, that's me.
Okay, yeah, it's a great narrating voice on this episode. So I'm going to play it real quick, and we'll check it out together. Here we go.
Let's get it.
Juicy. Oh, you know this thing juicy. 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 Oh, you know this thing juicy. I'm a real hot girl, cash money on me. Never had an easy fix. 400 degrees. I'ma tell you right now, you would never, ever met a bitch like me. I get cash, I get the cake, I get the cream, I make it shake, I make it man. Come pick me up, buy me some clothes, we on a date. He want the cat, I want the cake, he want.
Hey, real quick, I gotta ask: is that you singing?
It's my song.
That's your song. Okay, that's what I thought. That's your song. Okay, all right.
It's on my album, Girls Just Want to Have Fun. It's called Juicy All Star.
Okay, all right, cool. Let's check this out.
Bad, I make him wait. He look at my ass and he double take. He look at my thighs and he wanna taste because he know juicy. You know this thing juicy. You know this thing juicy. You know this thing juicy.
Yeah, pop that ass.
Juicy. You know this thing juicy.
Oh, hey, G-Matic. Hold on. Wait right here.
Damn, Karma, the way you was shaking that ass, I think we came off on the wrong foot.
G-Matic, whatever. You got my damn money?
All right, I got your damn money. Pick that shit up, ho.
All I told this nigga to do was to go drop off Karma's cut. And what'd he do? Make a mess. And sold her. One of our best movers. I can't afford to lose her. But G-Matic don't respect nobody but himself.
That's what I want. Dude, that's such a cool scene. Is it hard, Toshadiva, to watch yourself Because I know I hate going back and watching some of my podcasts. I'm like, oh man, is it weird seeing yourself in these films?
I love it. I love watching what I'm doing and learning and being like, okay, well, yeah, it's good. I'm doing real good. I love watching myself. Camera.
Are all the soundtracks that you're using, CGF, are those songs that you produced or local artists that you know that are contributing to the show?
Right. So right now, most of it, like 90% of it is what we produce, but the other actors that's in there, that's their music too. So
okay. Oh, nice.
Yeah,
I saw that in the characters interview that I think you were the one talking to them, asking, and they were talking about at least one or two of them were talking about their music careers as well.
Yes. Yeah. So that it just makes it, it just makes it easy to use because when they hot, you know what I'm saying, I can just use that me. I feel like, you kill two birds with one stone. You cast the, you know what I'm saying, the artists who act as well, and we can just use the music too, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And this is just exclusively on YouTube right now?
Yeah, right now it's exclusively on YouTube, yep.
What's the end game for the Outsidaz? Like, do you want a bigger network to pick it up, or do you just want to stay on YouTube? Because you're doing it for a reason, Ryan. You're writing, you're a great writer, and I couldn't write a script at all. Like zero, I'd be horrible at it. That's why I don't script my podcast. I just kind of go with it. But do you have a bigger plan or an idea that you want to see it take off to do some other things?
Absolutely, man. That's the goal. I want to get it on a major network, right? I also want some investors. I want backing. I want, I want some investors. I want some talent. I want some investors. However it may come, in this day, we can mess around and, and make millions off of YouTube streaming. I just know we're about to put some heavy promotion into it and stuff, but I would like a budget. I would love a second and third and fourth season. Definitely. But the first one is to kind of show people what I can do with no money.
Yeah, because this is your first. I do want to ask you about that actually, but first I do want someone to ask. Kay asked where you guys are from, and they are from North Carolina, right?
North Carolina, yeah.
North Carolina. So we talked about that earlier in the episode. So and I was very curious. I think it was in the trailer for the new episode coming out. It starts off with like a camera kind of above the city highway, and there's a cop car, I think, driving through, right? How were you able to film that? Was that a real life situation that you just pulled into your film, or was that created by you?
No. Yeah, that was created by me. I was filming, if you want to go, listen, I know if I want to get some cop cars, however it may be, I just go over into the hood. And all I get some cop cars, I take me and my drone go out on a date. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Take my drone and we just go over there and we start popping out and we know where to go. You know what I'm saying?
That's one way to do it, man. So you're doing this whole thing with, is there no budget for it? Is it just, and also real quick, are the actors, are they people that you know, or did you hold auditions before casting who's in the films? Definitely.
So to answer your first question, I don't have a budget. I'm using it all out of my pocket. You know what I'm saying? All out of my pocket. And the actors are people that's alikes. You know what I'm saying? We see, the same vision. We all, we all men and women coming together for a common cause. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody, I pride myself off of being, an honest person. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's a thing to where, we all going to get our just due. And when I get that budget, or I do, they all going to get, I'm going to recast them back into it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to all get some, but everybody's doing it off of blood, sweat and dedication, sweat.
That's awesome.
And I appreciate them for that. They know that. You know what I'm saying?
That's cool that you're giving them an opportunity to do this with you and make this film. I'm sure they, they're working hard, and hopefully at the end of the day, it pays off to everyone. And when I was watching the interviews, I see some of the people on there, they're wanting, to become legit full-time actors, and you're giving them that opportunity to be on your show and people to see it. And maybe you never know, people's careers can take off because of it. And
Absolutely.
So that's a golden opportunity. Now, when you're writing, because you said earlier that you kind of write every episode as it goes along.
Yeah.
Do the characters, as you see them, change as their own character builds on the set? Like, do you see people's kind of, maybe you would write something different after seeing some of their growth?
Absolutely, for sure. And also, being around them, soaking in their character, I kind of start molding some of the script towards their character. Like the guy, it's a new guy he hasn't been on this one, on these episodes, but on 4, he's going to be doing it. His name is Chief Burnett Bailey, and he's Detective Brasco, high officer. You know what I'm saying? And so his real name is Andre Blaylock. He's a doctor. Y'all check him out on Instagram, Andre Blaylock. But speaking with Blaylock, let me just call him Chief Bailey.
Okay. All right.
Speaking to Chief Bailey, how we spoke on the phone about a week ago, talking about, how he wants to sink into his superior role. He don't want to be, versus like a, situation where, like, you look at Beverly Hills Cop 3, and his detective is always screaming on his ass. He's screaming at Eddie Murphy, but it's because he don't have control over him. He's just kind of always screaming. But Chief Bailey wants to be the person to where he's always one step ahead of Detective Brasco. So when he say things to him, it's more of a situation where he's insulting him because he doesn't have to say much. He's already on top of him. So when I was writing him, just to, when I was writing him at first, I was writing him more like the screaming cop. But if he's superior, a person in position ain't going to say much to you. They're not going to scream and they're not going to do this thing because they're in a position of power. So that's one real situation where I had to kind of regroup and kind of rewrite his stuff. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so that does happen. You know what I'm saying?
How long were you thinking about this thought you had of making a show before you actually sat down? Because, people think of things all day long and don't actually ever do it. They have ideas. They're great ideas. They come, they go, and they move on past it, right? So did it take you a while to actually sit down to actually start typing it or putting the pen to the paper before you started filming?
No. So I believe what you asked me. So this idea has been in my head for about 4 years now.
Okay.
I attempted it. I took a stab at it maybe 2 years, maybe almost 3 years ago, right? And so the first cast was just all bullshit people, you know what I'm saying? So it didn't happen. And it's something about timing and circumstance. It just didn't line up, right? And then I came back at it. When I turned around, I met the extraordinary Toshadiva, you know what I'm saying? And, we start producing and, meshing and coming together. I was coming back from Florida. It's crazy. She was coming back from Florida, and we kind of met in the pandemic about, just artists and stuff. I met her. She was going to be in one of my videos I was going to shoot. You know what I'm saying? And so it just started with that. And then my boy G-Matic, the one that's on there, me and him started hanging real tough when I got back from Florida. So he was there. He was there. He got a crazy real life story. Like, trust me when I tell you, it's a real gangster shit going on. I can't even make this up. Your boy Infrared, some more gangster shit. Like your boy Wolf, some more gangster shit. So these people, you know what I mean, being around each other, like the guy Wolf, man, I've been around because we both from Charlotte. Me and Wolf both from Charlotte. And I've been around him when we were both in the streets for real. and we've been knowing each other, keeping it cool, and we just came together at a show that we did a couple months ago. So it just started happening, but saying that to say everybody is just tired and they serious. And can I say this right here? Charlotte has been infamous for, like most cities, they just hate on each other. And this is going to be noted today on the Loud Spot. This will be the last day I ever speak about division amongst Charlotte. I just have to say it right today, but I'll never speak that energy again. But I want to put people on, let people know, it's okay to click up. It's okay to vibe. It's okay to come together and do something beautiful. Yep. You don't always have to be in your corner. We ain't heavy blood and Crips populated. We divided by size of town. So you from the west side, you from the south side, you from the north, you from the east. But they just kind of stay on their thing. So that was another big vision for me, to bring people from different areas, man, to put them together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think I heard you talk about that, actually, of bringing people together. I don't know where it was, if it was on the show or but I heard you say that. It should be all about unity, man, and that's good. But the things that you're doing for the community, even, this is a Charlotte thing, so I'm sure you're probably going to get a lot of followers initially where you're located and where you're at, and that you got to put that positive energy out there for it to be received by anyone,
Definitely, man, because it's like a thing where, and I think not only in Charlotte but a lot of places, people are so. I had to step out of just wanting to be the one in front all the time. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not dissing nobody with that. You have to be passionate. But if I know about you, who you are in your craft, because I know I'm the truth. You know what I'm saying? I know it. But trust me, I walk in the room, they know it too. You know what I'm saying? Tasha knows it. She the shit too. Like, we know it. But for me to do something greater, I had to step out of just being an artist, just being this. Sometime to get your dreams, you got to help other people get their dreams.
That's good that you know that, and that's very true, man. That is very true. I'm happy that you're able to see that and realize that. Not everybody can, not everybody understands that. Tasha, do you absolutely just love being on this show? Is it something that because you do music and now you're doing this acting, and that has to be kind of, sometimes music and acting can't go hand in hand. So is it pretty exciting for you to see where the show and how it's developing?
Well, yeah, I love being on the show. I love acting. Because I've done a lot of behind the scenes before. No, not behind the scenes. I did behind the scenes, and I also extra. They non-speaking roles before when I was in Connecticut and stuff. But I love the fact that I'm, starring in a movie, and I get to show my other talent, not just rapping. I have other talent too. So that's really exciting for me, just to be able to become Karma in the movie and, show that side and stuff, because I do music, but I could act too. So it's fun.
Do you get to feel that character when you're in character as Karma? Do you really take on that role? Do you feel different kind of mindset?
Yeah, I snap right into her. As soon as the camera going, it's I just become her right away. Because I know who she is and stuff. It's snap right into character.
When we on the way to the set, she already in character.
Yeah, she's got mentally prepared. Huh?
She snapped right into
it. So it's in dress, and I have the wig on and stuff, and I'm dressed up with her, and I snap right. Yeah, we don't even be out on set yet. I be snapping right. But I have Karma's in the house.
She be having an attitude when people at McDonald's, get my fries in the bag, bitch. You know what I'm saying? That Karma got that.
Sometimes Karma just be coming out of nowhere while I'm in the store.
Yeah.
Does the Outsidaz have a website, or is it just on YouTube?
No, we definitely have a website. I want to first of all say that it's up and running now, and it's the outsidaz.com.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. The outsidaz.com. It's getting revamped, but it's basically they can still go there right now. Yeah.
Okay. And then are you guys selling any merchandise for the show yet?
That is coming. Okay. No, that's your question.
Okay.
But that is coming right after Christmas.
Oh, cool. Okay, so we're gonna go buy some shirts and things like that. Anything else you want to say about the show? You guys have been great, man. Thank you so much for coming on here and talking about the Outsidaz. I was happy when I reached out to Tasha and asked if you guys would do the show. She said yes, and then here you are. So I love that. Thank you so much for that. But is there anything else you want to mention before we get off? Maybe something I didn't cover that you want to say?
Yeah, well, I want to say thank you, Toshadiva, for making this a great thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, being a part of this and putting your talents and your efforts, you know what I'm saying, to make this thing great, being behind it. Also to all the other actors, Aubrey, Andre, Young Levert, Infrared, G-Matic, you know what I'm saying, Tommy, my boy Carl Jr., you know what I'm saying, everybody who's been a part of this, all the extras, Indira, everybody who's been a part of it, I want to say thank you. You know what I'm saying, for being a part of it, man. And we're going to take this thing to the top. And if anybody got any money, right now, we looking for some endorsement, some backing people to take this thing to the next level. Because I'm going to tell you, if you watching me, you see what we can do with just a few, what the Joker say, with a few bullets and the drums and a few cans of gasoline. Imagine if you give me the army to do it, you can imagine what. And let me tell you, I got 20 more movies you ain't ready for. I ain't even going to do it until I get the money. I got crazy ideas.
That's cool, man. That's so awesome. You got ideas. And if anyone that writes the music and has their songs on their show, if they have music videos or things like that, send them my way. We can always do like a reaction video, and if one's really good enough, we'll take them on and possibly do an interview with them. So you know the people. All right, well that's all we got for the show. I want you to stay there till after the outro song plays. I got a couple questions after the show for off-camera stuff. I do want to thank everyone who listens to The Loud Spot. You can go to www.theloudspot.net. We got a Patreon page, patreon.com/The Loud Spot. $3 a month really does help us out. Check out The Outsidaz on YouTube. Get wrapped up into the drama of the show. I believe you will enjoy it. So, all right, that's all the time we got for tonight. Stay right there, guys. Peace out, rock on, and much love.
Yeah.
This is The Loud Spot outro by nothing short of tragic. Is this all talk with no action? No. Is this my thoughts with distraction? No. Is this what I bought that's in fashion? Or is this The Loud Spot with Sebastian? Yes. Does nothing short of tragic have us back again? Yes. Does everything that's good really have to end? Yes. Our pin post has to pin show, so to get more episodes, make an order, this is over.
Thanks for watching our video. Don't forget to click the like and share button.
Don't forget to go to our YouTube and subscribe.
If you want to listen to our audio and pick up some cool merch, go to www.theloudspot.net. Peace out, rock on, much love.
92% of households that start the year with Peloton are still active a year later.
92% because of a bike?
Not just bikes. We also make treadmills and rowers.
Oh, let me guess, for elite athletes only, right?
Nope. It doesn't matter if you're an avid exerciser or new to working out. Peloton can help you achieve your fitness goals. 92% stick with it. So can you. Try Peloton bikes, tread or row risk-free with a 30-day home trial. New members only. Not available in remote locations. See additional terms at onepeloton.com/home-trial.